Michigan, of course, taking care of 3 opponents. Rutgers has as well. The Big Ten opener is coming up Saturday. And you mentioned Blake Corum and the rushing attack in general. We got to see Donovan Edwards more extensively than we have the entire season. He looked good. Of course, Hassan Haskins is a great compliment to Blake Corum. Corum's been the guy that's made the big splash plays.
He has. I almost feel bad for Hassan Haskins. He's a quiet kid. He has been just super productive ever since he moved over from linebacker to play running back a couple years ago. He's the starting running back. He started all 3 games. But Blake Corum has, it's really been interchangeable, but he's been the starter. Blake Corum has come in and just done a fantastic job. We saw him last year flash some of his speed as a true freshman, but, he said, he wasn't patient enough. And Mike Hart said the same thing when he came in and took the job as the running backs coach. Blake Corum has great speed, but we want him to run a little more patient. Now you watch some of these runs where he's slowing down a little bit more until that hole develops and he hits it. And he's gone. And by the way, some guys have been taking some bad angles on him. I think they're underestimating his speed a little bit, but that works in his favor, and he is fast. So, lightning quick once he gets going through the hole. But I credit Mike Hart for doing a fantastic job with the running backs room. You mentioned Donovan Edwards. Looks like a guy that is going to be really good in time. And probably could be really good now, but there's 2 hella good backs, I think, in front of him right now that are going to take up the bulk of those snaps. So Blake Corum, the smaller, shiftier guy, you mentioned a great compliment. Hassan Haskins is the perfect guy to be that thunder to Blake Corum's lightning, as they've described it, because he kind of wants to run through you, whereas Blake Corum will run around you or, make a move on you or run past you. So this rushing attack, to have 2 guys that can, you can give it to 25 times in a game, especially if you're going to run 60 times or whatever the number you just had up there is, I think that's a huge benefit for Michigan, the fact that they can spread these carries out a little bit and not wear one guy down. So, they're going to keep running the ball, as I mentioned earlier, until somebody stops it. And we'll see if the Scarlet Knights can do that this weekend.